Welcome, water signs, to your November reading. I'm Felicity from Enchanted by Soul. Thank you for joining. This is your reading for the month of November. Happy birthday to all the Scorpios out there, by the way. How the heck are we in November? It's wild. But welcome. I've already got some great messages coming through for you guys. Now, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, to work with me, click the link in my bio on Instagram, or check the description box below if you're watching via YouTube. Okay, we have the links there as well. So I do readings for like personal in-depth readings. I also do a business energetic session as well. If you're a spiritual entrepreneur, it's a great one for you to check out if you want to do a deep dive into your business. I also offer mentorship. Okay, I mentor people on how to open and activate their intuitive abilities. Okay, learning how to channel, and it's so much more than this. That's just like basically what I do, but then it's on such deeper levels than that, okay, with everything that's kind of required really to open and amplify your abilities, including shadow work. Shadow work's always involved. So if you're interested in any of that, please also check the description box below, and you can send me a DM via Instagram just with the word intuitive, and we can get chatting around that. All right, guys, so let's tap in to the beautiful Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. For the month of November, take what resonates, leave what does not. This is a general collective. Okay. There is a huge shift in energy, a huge shift in dynamics, and a huge shift for you in, it's like you the individual, and also in all areas of your life, okay, because it starts with you first, and of course it's going to trickle through. But this huge shift is allowing you to be very powerful. You're always powerful, but sometimes we forget that power that's within us, that we are the powerful being that we are. You're recognizing your power. And because of that, and because you're recognizing it and you're stepping into it, you're embodying it, okay? And it's allowing for this super attraction and getting like a very super moon energy, right? Amplified. It's like you're wanting to manifest things, attract things to yourself, new opportunities, new ideas, new like more money, like new clients, more aligned clients, love relationships, whatever it is, okay, health, all of that. It's like this, it's like the supermoon energy where it amplifies that by like freaking 10 more, whatever it is, okay? It's allowing you to attract to you exactly what you need, and you're doing it. Oh, okay. I just heard the word effortlessly. I was going to say a little easier, but they're like, no, effortlessly. You're doing it effortlessly because you're in your power, okay? There's also this energy of like the unexpected, okay? Now, the unexpected though, it's like once in a blue moon energy. Oh, I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting it to happen like this. There's a lot of that brewing for the month of November. Remembering too, Scorpio season is death and rebirth. Okay, and eclipse season, going through that as well. And that is bringing us into big karmic fated events, okay, as well. It's literally calling for us to shed shadows and step into our power, okay, to move forward, to also alchemize our shadows and use that for passion and drive and all of that. If you're interested in the Scorpio season reading, that is also on my YouTube channel. You can check that out there, okay? But there's a lot of the unexpected energy, the once in a blue moon energy. You're attracting so much more to yourself because you're finally, and I say finally because it takes time, you're finally embodying the powerful being that you are. I love that for you guys. I love it. All right. I also love that for my Pisces moon. I love that for my Pisces moon because this can be for sun, moon, rising, guys. Okay, so don't forget that. So you can check out the other signs in your chart through the other element readings as well. Okay, right? Realigning your life, shifting things in your life, breaking patterns, breaking ancestral patterns, generational patterns, and your own patterns. All right. Okay. Water signs, please. Those watching and resonating, sun, moon, rising for the month of November. stepping into your power on the bottom of the deck here with Warrior Woman, right? I have soul family, okay? Calling in your soul family, knowing that you don't have to do it alone. So while, of course, you're stepping into this powerful energy, and your sovereignty, your sovereign energy, being sovereign doesn't mean we don't need connection. Of course we need connection. It helps, right? But it's about the right connections and your soul family. Okay, your soul family is that for you. Okay, so for some of you too, you could be attracting soul family to you, new soul family to you, new more valuable connections with deeper depths. Okay, as well. Also, if you do find yourself going through a lot of change, which is causing the unexpected, but remembering too, it's going to allow you to step into your power further. Okay. You just know that, like, you don't have to do it alone. You've got your soul family, you've got, all that support around you. I also have seeding the light, laying foundations, and divine plan. Eclipse season, divine plan, fated events, because eclipse season is connected to the nodes. All right, it's connected to the nodes, south node, north node, and we wanting to, as an individual and as a collective, keep like moving in the direction of the north node. Okay, if you don't know much about nodes for you personally, you can look online by looking up your birth chart. Okay, you'll find that on there. Okay, so laying foundations and seeding the light. All of the hard work you've been doing, the shedding the old, the removing, the going through the emotional turmoil, all of that, okay? It wasn't for nothing. You've been laying those new foundations. This past year, you've been laying a whole bunch of new foundations, and it's allowing for this new divine plan of this attraction and this unexpected energy to really, really have some fun and play around with in 2024, okay? But for November though, this is about a time for you to do some planning and preparation as well. Remembering too that you might be in this beautiful, powerful energy and having these big, powerful shifts, and you're attracting a lot to you, and you can feel that, but also it's also about like putting in the planning and the preparation and doing what you need to do in the meantime. Okay, it's like preparing for like the last 2 months of this year to give you a jump start for 2024. Okay, once we finish that kind of like Christmas break area. I say it's summer break, but that's because it's summer here in Australia. All right, we're gonna get into and then also there is a message here around boundaries. Okay, so where do you need to establish better boundaries? Looking at that, but I think this too, what I'm getting here is, for a lot of you, you've struggled with boundaries. You've struggled with it because when we're not used to putting boundaries down, the moment we do, we feel instantly guilty. And we're like, oh, I feel like a bad person. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Or maybe I shouldn't have you know what? I should have just said yes to that thing, yes to that person, right? No. Remember that boundaries are really important. And yes, when we first start establishing them, we first start implementing them, expressing them, it does bring in a sense of guilt and a sense of feeling like you've done something wrong. With time, that'll disappear and you'll be like a boundary boss and put those boundaries down like no tomorrow, and you'll be fine, right? All right. Any tower moments, okay? It's giving me going from the tower to the chariot. Any tower moments are gonna lead you, okay, with the chariot here in the right direction, because that's the chariot. The chariot is movement in positive direction and in the right direction. Okay, water signs please for the month of November. Water signs. We have the Queen of Wands. Hello, talk about stepping into your power. She's my favorite fucking queen. Okay, the Six of Wands, success and victory and recognition. Recognition from your peers, recognition from friends, recognition from family, noticing the hard work, but also your peers, whether this is in like career, etc., are like, I see so-and-so doing their thing. They're kicking ass at this, and you're attracting opportunities because of that, because your visibility is being expanded, is what it feels like, right? In a really good light, in a really good way. And also the recognition from the universe, for all your hard work, all your hard efforts. Because you're shedding the devil. You're shedding the karmic ties, the things that don't serve you, the shadow, the fears, the worries, the toxic behavior, the toxic people, okay, our own toxic shit. You're shedding it and you're releasing it, and then you're learning on how to alchemize what needs to be alchemized, and turning that into drive, and turning that into passion, and turning that into creating better for yourself, okay? And that's when you're really in your power. That's like, you're like freaking unstoppable, right? And that's the Queen of Wands. She is a powerful bitch. She's so powerful. With the Devil showing up here too, okay, this can talk a bit about boundaries, making sure that you have them. It's okay to have them. Don't allow that conditioning of you know, to get in the way of making you feel like you've done something wrong by setting a boundary, especially if it's with family. Especially if it's with family. Okay, you might have grown up in a family where really everyone lacked boundaries, okay? And then so when you set one, it's like people get offended by it, like, oh, like who are you to give a boundary? Really, it just creates fear in somebody, thinking that you're putting like distance between you and them, and then they think that you're going to like, you know, disappear or like go away. So they take it personally when that's not what it is, because true boundaries, the difference between a wall and a boundary. A true boundary will always create closer connection, okay? A wall will push people away. All right, one more here. I mean, okay. 3 of Cups, celebration, happiness, joy, all of that. I have the 10 of Wands in the Wheel of Fortune. This is 2 10s. 2 10s. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is number 10 also. So 10s are endings. And endings are merely just beginnings, right? So things ending, things changing, the wheel of life turning. The wheel of life is always moving. It's always turning, right? But sometimes we can feel like it's not in our life. We feel like we're in a void. We feel like we're not moving forward. But really, there's a lot of magic that happens within that space that we're not quite aware of actually how much movement's happening. It's just because it's more beneath the surface and it's more internally than it is externally. But then now it's going to start to show up externally, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is also around like blessings, okay? Abundance, wealth as well. It's also a card of destiny. We talked about destiny being with the fated events, which can feel really unexpected at times as well. We spoke about that. The 10 of Wands can be carrying on too much, okay? You know, like holding on to burdens, holding on to other people's things, that taking on too much responsibility. It's not yours. Like put down the bag. It's not your stuff to carry. And it's definitely not your stuff to carry anymore, okay? Someone needs to hear that. But with 2 10s here, I'm just seeing like there is such an ending. There is such an ending. And this is what's causing such powerful change in this ending, because you're in your power, because you're embodying this new energy, which is the Queen of Wands. It feels new, but it's always been there. But it feels new because you're stepping into it, right? And it's new territory because you haven't fully embraced it in the past. And this is what this is feeling like here. It's creating a lot of success and a lot of victory, a lot of great movement forward, a lot of luck. This can represent lucky energy. But really, it's not luck. It's because you've co-created it. It's because you've done the work. You've shed the shadows. You've said, I'm no more. I'm determined to move past this. I'm going to break out of this cage of restriction, out of fear. I'm not going to let fear stop me from living my life. I'm not going to let fear, you know, mean that I settle because I'm too worried about what other people will think, or like that things won't work out, you know, and all of that. I'm not going to settle anymore. It feels like that energy as well, which you really are in your power. I mean, look at this woman here, how she's standing here and all these hands that are like coming towards her. She's like, no. I know you can't see me here, but I'm like, no, right? Like absolutely not. Absolutely not. And she's in her power. Okay, she's in her power. Don't be afraid to say no. I just heard that. Don't be afraid to say no. All right, I'm going to close this out. What do I want to close it out with? Spirit, which one? I'm going to close it out with this one. Okay, the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Closing out, please, for water signs for the month of November. We have protection and fruition, okay? You are protected. Remember that. Your blessings are protected. Remember that. If things don't work out, if there's something that's unexpected that happens that's like, whoa, I didn't expect that, and now this thing hasn't worked out the way I wanted to, okay? Trust the process. Trust the process. You're being protected, okay? It's not rejection. It's protection, okay? It's not rejection. It's redirection. Trust that, okay? Learn to trust that. It can be really difficult. It's so much easier said than done. But if you learn to just flow into that, okay, and trust that process, this is what you're going to be experiencing, okay? There's a lot of unexpected abundance coming in, a lot of unexpected fruition coming in, and it's all because you're embodying the power of you. That's why. You're realizing you're the creator. Yes, you're connected to the universe and there's a co-creation process. There always is. But you're realizing just how powerful you play a part in that. Okay, you don't play a little tiny part, you play a big part. So I hope that resonates, guys. If it does, comment below. I will see you for December.